We begin today's journey on the Things page, Stock Imagery Things 01. What a day that was out on the Golden Gate Bridge, so beautiful. And back in Walnut Creek, I took this picture, and our friends were saying, why is Mike taking a picture of a dumpster? Well, the reason was I liked the lines. I liked the grate. I liked these elements here, but it's the orange and blue. It's the colors that are working in here. I wondered how it'd work. And now I'm wondering why I didn't take this picture in landscape. Actually, I took a bunch of pictures, but I only uploaded this vertical version. And rather going and looking back through my photos and finding that, hey, let's use this and let's turn it into a landscape without rotating it 90 degrees. So right-click on the image, save image as, drop it out on your desktop, jump over to Photoshop, Command O to open the image, click once on it, change the format to Camera Raw, and some of you are saying, hey, Scotcho, I get to this dialog box and Camera Raw's not here. This isn't here. Well, you're not in a dialog box, you're just in a Finder window. Always check the program you're in. Make sure you're in Photoshop or it's not going to work. All right, so we're going to open this up. And in Photoshop, or in Camera Raw, Command 1 does nothing. Command 1 doesn't work. Hey, I can't get Option Command 0. Lets you zoom in. Spacebar gives you the hand tool just like the other one. And you can see I have focused on this first element, but I didn't set for a deep focus, and maybe that's a mistake, maybe it's not, maybe we can take advantage of it. The fact is, this is our picture. Okay, Command 0, get back to fit in screen. So what I want to do is I want these colors to pop. I want more blue, more orange, want it richer, and I'm not looking for high realism this time. I'm also not looking for 1960s psychedelia, so we're not going to go too crazy. So we check once again, does the auto do anything for us? And yeah, it does. Color is what we're looking for. Color. Okay, yeah, I know that song. Okay, so I really want it to pop, all the way. No, too much. So we're looking for it. Watch out for saturation. Saturation can really just blow things out. It's kind of rich there, though. Kind of looking good. We can always pump up the color later. You take saturation up a little. Always want to be careful. Vibrance is much safer than saturation for pumping up color. All right, then we're going to switch. Not going to worry too much about curves. Let's see what happens. See, a contrast curve, an S curve, what it's called. Notice how this dips up and then comes down and dips down. This is an S curve, a classic contrast curve. These can quite often vastly improve your image, add a lot of contrast, really make for some visual interest. Okay, and I'm not going to sharpen because you saw most of this image was out of focus, so why do I want to sharpen anything that's out of focus? So we're going to skip this. That doesn't make any sense. Always use judgment. Always think about what you're doing. Now, what do we have? We have oranges, right? What do we want to do with the oranges? Lighten them up? No. Let's make them a little richer. Let's not go crazy, not pull it all the way over here. Oh, that doesn't look bad. This is one of those seasoned to taste. You're going to have to find what works for you. Actually, those bright yellows, you want that to pop. See it when this goes dark, you lose these. They don't stand out anymore. You do want contrast between these two. You want these things, these elements are kind of our focal point. So do we want darker blues, lighter blues? Play around with that a little bit. So lightening it up, darkening's terrible. Look at it, just dies. So always look for visual interest in your image. And I'm keeping my eye right here because I'm cropping this out. This stuff up here is not interesting at all. And that's good enough. We could play around with this for a long time, but I want to show you another trick here. See this open image? If I hold down Shift, it turns to open object. What does that mean? Open object. Remember smart objects? and we're in the crop tool. I'm going to get out of that. If I double click this, it takes you back to camera raw where you can make more adjustments. Once you have, I'm going to cancel that. Once you have added an everything layer up above this, if you just have adjustment layers and dodge and burn and all that, that's fine. You can always jump back and change things. But if you add an everything layer, you have covered up this image and it will no longer work. You won't be able to see it. So I Command 1 to get to full screen and say, well, I can't really see everything, but I can see. Do you see this element? See this line right here? This is a distraction. Let's come back, start cropping, start making this, whittling down this image so we can get to what we actually want to work with.